Okay, we're live.
Woo!
Oh no.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Internet.
Hello.
Not again.
It keeps
Boobs.
happening. Oh, jeez.
Greetings, everybody. You've caught us once again saying boobs and butts that we just say to each other casually before we start pressing the record button. And you just accidentally catch us every time.
Oh no.
Whoa.
You think we'd learn?
Yeah.
How does it keep happening?
But welcome to another episode of our Mistwarden Shroud campaign. Another misadventure brought to you by the Chronicles of Misadventure.
Not
Nailed
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Wait, we don't even sponsor ourselves?
Yeah, we don't even sponsor.
No.
We don't even recommend our own.
What? Wait, what?
No.
Okay, well now I'm not putting our channel into... Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
We love our D&D game.
We love our us.
We love our us.
You
We love
will too.
us. We also all look great tonight because tonight's the ball.
It's the ball.
I'm gonna do a quick introduction of everybody. I'm gonna take it from the top. So we have Ray.
Hi, I'm Ray. I'm playing Sully.
We have Taylor.
Hello, I'm Taylor. I am playing Sir Olin, newly knighted.
We have Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven. I'm playing Buster.
We have Sam,
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm playing Rosemary.
and we have Will.
Hello. I'm Will. I'm playing Tobias.
And I'm your humble dungeon master. Just two goth kids shoved into a goth adult.
No.
Whoa.
Okay,
all
alright.
right. All right.
Do we want to
Take it again. Take it again. Go on.
Wow.
It's me, your humble dungeon master, Jonathan.
Beautiful.
Nailed it.
Two-
First try.
Two
Oh.
Jonathans.
We
shoved
can
into a
edit that in
Jonathan.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll edit that out.
We're famously
thank
known for editing our content.
What do you mean, Will?
Yeah, we have the best editing in which everything looks perfectly natural and like you couldn't even tell that we edited it.
Yeah, seamless.
Seamless. So our heroes find themselves in the middle of a political conundrum in the city of Il-Aluk. Within the realm of Darkon, a dying realm currently being swallowed by the misty shroud enveloping the land. Team, do we want to tell the viewers what happened last time?
When did we start?
Also
with?
famously known for our recaps.
We met with Sir Kyler.
We
who
did.
He's
was,
just a
Sir
guy.
Kala, who,
Just a fucking dude.
despite all odds, simply a dude.
He is the worst Big Lebowski ever.
He kind of is.
He's
He's the stout Lebowski.
Hey.
He ain't the dude. He's a dude.
he is a
Just
he is a dude. He is a the dude.
Though I think he does abide.
He certainly
He certainly abides.
He abides his powers from some sort of beholder or something.
whoa.
We got there.
That's my
Yeah.
theory.
Was hijinks last time too?
Hijinks
Yes.
was last time.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh yeah.
Tobias and
Shenanigans.
Olin went on a little bit of shenaniganza. Went out scouting, stole a control
Somehow
amulet.
pulled off a flawless victory.
The only
stealing a
time
amulet.
they've ever done a little heist that there was no complications, which
Nothing
does
went wrong.
No complications.
not bode well for tonight's heist.
What are you talking about? That was the practice run. That was the dry run.
That was the
You
trend.
used up
Yeah,
the
even then.
heist luck. We had
Oops.
one.
We had one luck.
We had one job, one last job.
We had
One luck.
Buster charmed the madame.
I don't know.
A strong word.
I mean, you charmed her enough for her not to kill you.
She didn't kill me outright, which was very
So-
homey of her. It was
You
huge.
charmed the madame.
Huge homie.
I'll take it.
That's a homie stock for the ages.
She did not kill me immediately.
Sully and Hollow came to a very wonderful arrangement.
Have a heart to hand privately.
And what are the details of that arrangement?
He's not gonna tell me to eat my friends anymore, but I have to kill one bad guy a week.
New serial killer in Darkon.
Seems pretty reasonable.
They're bad guys, though. Does
Oh.
it count as a serial killer?
We gotta
I mean,
we gotta give
yes, you
Sully.
have an MO.
We have to give Sully a calling card.
Oh
We
no!
put lipstick on Hollow and just have him give him a big kiss.
I was gonna
Body.
say all the drool from Hollow is her calling
Yeah.
card, but
This is
That'll
the
work.
this is the wettest corpse I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Just positively soggy.
Ew! I hate that
Soggy.
word.
Soggy is one of those words you don't want your body to be.
That is one moist corpse.
oh, I
A
don't
moist
like
for
that one.
Soggy?
I don't like
Also
that one.
Not good.
It's like because soggy's like, you know, you leave a cracker in a glass of water. Leave
When
leave
you
a
step in a puddle, your sock gets soggy.
yeah. You leave a corpse out in the rain too long, gets soggy.
So to
Tangents.
we'll pivot from there.
Wait, there
so-
was one good thing that happened. One
Oh, yeah.
wholesome event happened with
Oh,
no crime.
with Armand.
Yeah, Rosemary taught Armand how to crochet.
And Armand asked Rosemary if she's ever been in love.
Oh, that was weird. Worst person
like-
to ask.
When a young kid asks a question way too deep, it's like, what happens when we die? I don't know, man.
How old
you
is
ever been in love?
Rosemary?
Now
Sure.
after
Just
after
whenever.
taking the thing,
Yeah, just whenever.
she's 32 now.
Well, Armand's not that much younger, really.
She got aged up a little.
Relatively, yeah.
So you're getting like a couple
She-
of like
She got artificially
gray-
aged.
a gray
yeah.
or two.
Yeah.
Just all of a
I would
sudden.
say she probably has some redheads tend to go gray faster. So she probably has a bit more gray.
Yeah, that rocks.
Interesting.
That's so cool. I love that. Love that for redheads. Sorry, I got off on a tangent.
Beautiful. Yes, we had a couple wholesome moments. We had a couple of shenanigans. We had some flirtations. We met a dude, and all of these events, kind of playing off Madame Eris and Sir Kyler, are the top two nobles in the city. But you know that the Masquerade is going to be attacked by Edgar Gray, a revolutionist who has bold plans for the city of Illaluk. The nobles are kind of in the way of that by oppressing the people. So, you have also come here, just to remind our people at home, to get a hold of these robes, but also to commit a little heist.
Just a little one.
You've agreed to open the vault at Madame Eris's manor house, and you have some tools to help you along the way. So, with that being said, we enter the ball.
Wait.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get ready?
Okay.
Yeah, during the get ready, can I get a message out to Lucky Trails? I wrote a note for myself at the end of last session for the beginning of this one. I need to contact him and be like, Lucky, hello. There is potential of us needing to leave very quickly. Very hot exit tonight. Are you available? Just in case.
Did you like put somewhere for him to like meet you?
Yes. At the fancy
The
bar that
the
we left
Griffin's
him at.
ass, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
It was not the Griffin's ass, but that would have been perfect.
Was it? Wasn't that? It was the Griffin's rump, wasn't it?
The Griffin's rump.
Yeah, that's different. A rump is different from an ass.
The mood is the
True.
same.
It's a little different.
Yes. Just stay there. We will meet you, and then ski fucking daddle out quickly.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me just a little persuasion check.
Hell yeah.
Is Armand coming to the party?
That's a great.
Is my good and precious son Armand coming to the party?
Cool.
He's definitely gonna be there.
Nailed it.
No, guys, he's coming. Guys. He's
Don't
gonna be
worry,
there.
Lucky will be right there.
He's gonna be
I'm
there,
gonna need
guys.
to play a bard next or something with expertise and persuasion just to make up for this like lack of being able to talk to people.
None of us can talk. Our DM just ran away. You rolled so bad.
Was it that bad? Jesus, I rolled an eight.
God.
I mean, you can see the 20 right there.
I think
He
left the
ran
TV on.
away.
Yeah, sorry for that interruption. My TV was on, but everything was paused. But then my cats messed with I don't know what happened. But
Cats
something
won't
started
watch
playing in
TV.
there.
Yeah, let your cats watch TV, bro.
Okay, well, I can't concentrate with them watching TV and running a game. So
Hey,
I'm
Just
afraid-
mute it. Let them watch it. It's
Let
silent
them watch
movies.
TV,
All right.
as Marie Antoinette famously said.
There's about to
Watch
be a
TV.
revolution. John's house.
So, Armand. I think Armand is too nervous to like
Aw.
be around this many people at a like ballroom function.
That's
I think you could convince him to go, but he is like
If he
very
doesn't wanna
reticent.
go, that's
We're not
okay.
gonna force him. Did we find any new books for him?
No, I haven't been to the damn house except for
Oh my god.
the outside. I'm grabbing one during the heist.
Yeah, take a moment to look at your short-term goals, and if you don't
Oh,
have one,
shit.
make sure to come up with a new one. So, especially knowing that you have the ball going on.
You cannot serve any kind of salad at this ball.
I can't sneak into the kitchen and make another Midwest salad.
You
Oh, I completed my goal last time.
you
Does anyone
cannot
have
and you may
to,
not.
Yeah, what was your goal?
Figure out a better way to satiate Hollow's bloodlust.
Ooh.
Now I gotta come up with a new one.
I know, that's where I'm struggling. Because I didn't come up with one last week.
With a goal.
Mm-hmm. Should have been thinking about this all day.
I thought my goal was
We-
a lot sooner than when I said it, but it's fine.
Are we
What is your goal?
keeping them?
To steal from this chick.
Yeah, I don't know if we're keeping them private. My whole entire thing is figuring out what's up with Madame Eris, because there's clearly something weird.
Yeah.
He's
I
either
mean,
a
I think-
polymorphed or a shadow puppet or something.
Yeah. I think if you want to keep it private, you can. I just think that none of us have anything that, except for Sam, I'm sure, have anything that's particularly like worth hiding.
No, I'm
Same.
not hiding anything anymore.
Yeah.
It was
nothing at
just
all.
that one.
Rosemary has been completely forthcoming with all information.
She has. With all
Mhm.
information she has access to.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Can't wait for Basil to show.
Oh no.
If
I gotta be
Basil's
honest.
this party.
I was very frustrated at first that your character was so mysterious, but I've come to love Rosemary so much.
There's layers.
Yeah, I feel like the
There's
more we
layers.
learn about Rosemary, the more we're gonna dislike her.
Yes. That is likely. Apologies. I'm gonna go with don't get blood on my fancy ball outfit during the massacre.
I'm wondering if before this masquerade, we might dive into a little flashback.
Oh no.
Uh, So,
Where'd he go?
where's William?
Disappear.
He's hidden in
We
the shadow.
lost him.
He's got a new camera filter, which makes him disappear into the inky blackness. I think he did get up though. I think he's. Oh.
Oh.
Crawled
Oh,
back
there it is.
from the void.
my mouse and my keyboard somehow came unplugged, and I was like, "What happened?"
Okay. I am not gonna get blood on my fancy outfit during the
Lord.
revolution. That is my short-term goal.
You're gonna have to roll every combat round for blood.
I know.
I'll wait for. I'm gonna wait for a little flashback.
No,
Uh,
do a flashback.
Interesting.
Okay.
Ball flashback.
It's gonna be a Buster flashback. It's gotta be.
There's not much to flashback for Buster.
You were a prince, and it's right before a ball.
It's not that kind of prince.
Hobgoblins. This was the end of the fucking fall of a civilization, like late Roman balls. No one talks about those.
Yeah, hobgoblins definitely be ballin', but not like that.
Different type of ball.
Okay. I am gonna do. We're gonna start before we jump into the ball. We're gonna go back, very far back.
Could be anybody.
We see a large stone structure. We hear music playing down. We see a stone hallway, tiled floors, music in the distance, and we see a younger Tobias walking through this stone hallway. Pendant, similar to the one we saw in his last flashback, this like large stone pendant with a large piece of amber in the center. As he heads deeper into this, down this stone hallway, footsteps echoing off the tile. The floor, or the... I'm trying to think if I should... I kind of want different music. I was not... This is an impromptu type of flashback. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with this one. Cool. So we hear music playing. We see Tobias walk into the hallway opens up into a circular room, almost like a dome. We see there are a small band playing, a couple of them like with tears running down their face, or just like staring at the floor, avoiding eye contact of everything else in the ballroom. We see a woman in the center of the ballroom. She is got a smile on her face, her eyes glazed over. Tobias, will you describe your wife for me?
Oh no.
Tobias's wife is a tall, regal, like lithe woman, but also has a sense of an ominous sense around her every time people see her. It's never happy, it's never sad. It's just this intimidating presence of simultaneous fear and awe that you have around her. She has long red hair, gray skin, long ears, dark eyes, as all Shadarkai do. And when she sees me, she has the faintest glimpse of a smile.
She smiles, and you see she is kind of like dancing in this way where she is dancing as if she has a partner, but she is not dancing with a partner currently. She is just kind of like twisting and twirling in the middle of the ballroom very gracefully until you come in. The camera kind of like pans around the room like to see the other guests here, and we see several bodies on the ground, throats slit, or like just gashes on their like all over their body, lacerations, bodies just kind of randomly strode, bodies like well dressed as if they are coming to a party of some sort. And we see her, she kind of like seems to not even see these bodies as she turns, locks eyes with Theron, this smile and eyes glittering, and she goes over to you. She's wearing like
Wait.
this.
Theron?
Oh, sorry, I read Theron in the chat and
Sorry.
get confused. Actually, do we have a name for her?
I do somewhere,
Man.
but I don't know. I think it's like back in the Discord messages or
Sure.
in the email I sent to you.
Sure. Your wife smiles, moves towards you, Tobias. She kind of like laughs a little bit as she like grabs your hand and begins pulling you onto the dance floor. And she says, "Oh, not the Australian accent."
Oh, let's go.
She says, "Finally, I'll have someone that can actually dance. Come on."
Of course. Did I miss something? As I go up to her and start dancing to definitely do what she says.
And Tobias, you have this amulet. In your heart of hearts, you know like why you've come here today. And she dances around, and as she like looks in your eyes, she laughs a little bit, and then like this, it's as if a thought pops into her mind. She frowns, and she says, I'm like making up a bunch of names right now.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, we should wake Malos up. He likes dancing." And she like pulls you over to like there's this bench, and we see it like covered in like these fluffy pillows, blankets, very cozy looking bench set here at the corner of like the dome. I say corner, set to one side of the dome. And we see a young boy, a young Shadar Kai boy, short hair, pale, laying on this couch, unmoving.
I think it's best to let Malice sleep right now.
And she looks at the body, frowning, then looks at you, confused. She says, I'm not sure what's going on." And she glances at your amulet, and she says, "Forget this. Let's go back to dancing."
My queen. What did you do?
And with that, we'll fade back into the entry of this ballroom.
You're gonna emotionally damage this man right before the ball.
So many more questions.
She little.
We enter a hall.
I can't believe Tobias got away with not playing a prince by being a king. This fucking sucks.
The fucking bullshit.
Technicality.
The bullshit.
All right. You enter. I'm debating pulling you over here because I want you to feel like you have more freedom, but I also want to give you a sense of what this room looks like, and I do have a map, so I'm gonna pull you over.
Let's
I
go.
might. I would not think too hard about like the setup
Oh,
here.
wow. Look at this.
But you enter an enormous room. You see, like, immediately there's these massive statues beside you, portraits on the wall, these massive chandeliers spread throughout the room with these little blue flames giving the room a kind of spooky appearance. And you see these, like, little blue flames, like, floating, like, magical lights lighting up the space. You see stairs leading down to like a tile dance floor. You hear like a piano playing as a little player done up in makeup and a wig and stuff is like down there playing. Servants walking around with trays, and nobles wearing masks, milling about. Nobody has like started dancing or anything. Everybody just seems to be drinking and talking, grouping up. I would love if y'all would describe what your characters look like. Starting with Tobias. So we see like you're having a bit of a flashback to the last time you walked into a ballroom.
I shake myself out of it and look around. And as right before I step into the room, I finish putting my mask on. And from the feet up, I'm wearing black pants, the nicest leather shoes you'll ever find, along with a black shirt, and with a silver tux shawl blazer. And what happens when you see the blazer, even though that it's silver, there's little bits of smoke rising around the blazer at all times, all little bits. But one thing that you do notice is that there's 2 pairs of red eyes, of red dots, maybe, that keep going around the jacket. Just the 2. And as you continue up with those plumes of smoke coming off his jacket, from his jacket, that looks like it's going off, you look up and you see a half skull, covering from the upper lip up, that's completely ivory with obsidian inlay, in cracked patterns, on his face. And then coming back down from the side is a streak of red hair, as you see his white hair combined with it.
Dig it. Tobias, where is your eye? Like, what catches your attention or interest as like that's what I want to make sure I see that or interact with that when you kind of come in here?
I want to talk first thing to Monsieur Dubois, just to see how his night went.
Mr. The Boys.
Sweet. And I think you notice. I think Tobias, give me a quick perception check.
Gladly. 8.
Starting off
Cool.
strong.
Get him out of the way.
Cool. So you look around. You see somebody standing beside Madame Eris across the ball. That seems to be very like hanging out close. Seems to be her date for the evening, wearing a gargoyle mask that kind of covers their face. You're not sure if it's Monsieur Dubois, but it's hard to tell with all the masks around. You're not sure if that's Monsieur Dubois or some new lover that Madame Eris has taken.
Then I will still go say hi.
The hunt, everyone. The
Cool.
hunt.
I will say one thing that stands out to you guys as you enter too that I did not mention is that there are several knights here, several soldiers in armor that don't appear to be like attending the ball as guests as much as they seem to be like hanging around the edges as almost like extra muscle. These knights are wearing full armored gear, though it stands out by the fact that they have bones decorating like large chunks of the armor, giving them a kind of macabre appearance. They eye you. They are not really like hanging out with anybody in particular. But cool, Tobias, you go heading towards Madame Eris and her date. Rosemary,
Oh no.
what do you look like?
Oh man, Rosemary's gonna go to the person I want to go to. I
Am
know
I?
it. I 100%. I know you are.
I don't know about that. Rosemary, because, I definitely didn't drop the ball and didn't have my son help me decide on the outfit like 5 minutes before we all got together. She is wearing a very simple, like cream white shirt. The sleeves are a little bit loose and poofy, except they get tapered tight at the wrists. Over that, she has a pale green vest, and it's embroidered with white and gold camellia flowers all over it. And because this is fancy clothing, she's not aware of it, but little dragons are just peeking through the flowers intermittently. Then she has a pale green petal skirt that she's wearing that goes almost down to her ankles, and then she's wearing ballet flats that are in that same cream color as her shirt. And her mask is, she was very indecisive. It's just a plain blank mask. Just covers her whole face. Blank.
Just white?
Yep. White mask.
Like Dream.
Completely.
Beautiful. And
Anyway, and her hair is
I don't
down.
understand that reference, but I'm sure.
That's what
Her
the mask
hair-
is.
Her hair is down at the moment. And it is very long because it has not been cut in years.
Have we seen Rosemary's hair down since
Nope.
we...
It has
Oh.
always been pulled back very tightly in a ponytail. And now it is just flowing loose.
That's
Nice. Right on. Okay. Rosemary, where do your what draws Rosemary's eyes? Like what like immediately is like drawing your attention?
I really wish I knew where Taylor thought I was gonna go so I could go there and it would make my life easier. I mean the artwork on the walls for one, but also the piano player.
Cool. So just kind of like going down, maybe in like
Yeah,
hovering
she's
around the edge.
sort of like in awe of how huge this space is.
Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and start like Tobias moving around towards the other group. Rosemary heading down towards the musician. Buster, what are you wearing tonight?
Buster is wearing. If I can swing this, the shade, or not the glamour weave. Is that what we have? Not shimmer weave.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. The glamour weave in a. I can only call a romper. So like effectively a onesie with like different pant legs instead of it just being like an overall robe. And I want it to be like loose and slouchy in a way that it covers up my armor, because I'd like to have my armor underneath, because it's mithril. I think I can get away with that because it's lighter. But the pattern you see on it is, if you've ever seen the cartoon effect of unmoving plaid, where like the pattern is just like stationary. This is kind of like a 3D version of that. Whenever you're looking at Buster, what you see is as if his jacket is a portal, or as if his romper is a portal. And when looking into it, you're seeing this beautiful fey forest with like these purples and blues and like unnatural greenery colors, but like say he's standing stationary and you walk 360 around him, your view of the forest around him changes, but also depending on where he is in the room, as if there's like an overlaid fey forest in this room where we are, and where you're looking, you're catching different angles of like, you know, mist falling off of trees or different like unseen fey creatures in the branches and stuff like that. And his mask is like this big leaf, and he's got his ears like tucked down like to his head, so that like the thing that sticks out is this. I sent the picture in the Discord
Mhm.
a while ago, but
He
this
slicked
big
back his ears.
slicked back the ears and put this big purple, almost, I just saw Ray what you sent, like that's pretty close, but it like looks like a leaf, but the purples and blues are exactly like a mix between the leaf masks that I sent and that one right there. Like that's sick. But that's exactly like, so you kind of like lost. And
But yours will cover your whole face.
yes.
Cool.
Yes.
And Buster, what catches your eye as you enter?
In the whole party, honestly, probably the fact that like nobody's dancing. So Buster's probably just gonna start like walking around. I might like potentially hit like this line of people to the right and then make my way over to the line of people on the left, and just like where I see people talking and schmoozing, like I'll just grab one person's hand and grab another person's hand and slightly like gently like lead them onto the floor. I just like start playing like matchmaker, just like you're standing in line like like children dance, like this is ball, we're here to and slowly start like meandering people like into the center, while also keeping a very brisk eye on I'm assuming from the like observation deck, Madame Eris, and like also like looking over to the entrances to be like, where are they going to be attacking from if they are?
Yeah. You do see two major, like there's the entrance you guys came in, which leads into like a main kind of area of the tower. There's also this back area which leads deeper into the spire.
Okay. And question on the glamour weave: how simple is it to change the enchantment on it? Is it kind of like at will? You can kind of like change what it looks like.
As an
It's
action.
it's not that strong. It's kind of like you kind of have to like set it and forget it kind of thing.
Okay.
You have to take like a short rest to change it.
Okay.
8 hours.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine
Yeah, that's a short rest for you guys.
A mini rest.
Buster's display is
siesta.
very, very eye grabbing and very obvious to people, which is okay in the way I want it.
Yeah, there's definitely some whispering as you enter.
I guess you could take like an attunement period to change it, maybe.
Yeah,
An hour?
Yeah.
Is that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd take you an hour or so to like
I
switch
didn't
it
know
over.
if it changed because short rest.
Yeah, it still technically takes you I think a short rest to attune, but we'll say you can do it within an
It's
hour.
perfectly fine. I'll mostly probably just ditch it. Shit hits the face.
Sarah Olin.
All right. So Sarah Olin is wearing a extremely tightly fit tailored turtleneck with big fluffy collar, and sort of like black, like thick black ballet tights, essentially. All one very like sleek physique, some big old boots that are actually like have metal plates on them but are colored like leather, so the metal is like shined in a way that it reflects the color off of the boot, so it kind of goes through the whole thing. And Owen is wearing a cape, like traditional cape, like pulls all the way around, clasps at the front right here.
Mhm.
and it has the glamour weave of like, if you're imagine being in like a planetarium in the dome, and so you're sitting there and you're looking up at the ceiling, and they have sort of a star map that's rotating around. That's what
Yeah.
the cape is. The cape has this planetarium star dome that is like slowly rotating around, and it would be like the sky in Darkon, basically. So it's all that, and then the mask is completely covers their face, like absolutely completely covers it. And I sent a picture in the media page, but it's like very fitted to the face. So like it's flat, but there's room for the nose. There's like room for the lips. The lips do have like a parted spot, so Olin can talk. There's eye holes, and there is sort of silver embroidering or silver. I can't think of the like word for metal, metal embroidering on
Like
on
filigree?
it. Yeah, like filigree, metal, silver filigree all over it, in sort of matching constellation style as would be on Olin's traditional armor, or like the tattoos that Olin has all over their body. And the mask sort of wraps around past like behind the ear, like is worn behind the ear. The elf ears stick out, and Olin has their hair pulled into a super low ponytail that's goes down all the way to their waist.
Nice. Question, because usually they wear an eye patch over one eye, right?
Yes.
Are they wearing like an eye patch under the mask, or is there something like there to block view of that eye, or?
You know, I think that they're actually not wearing it in sort of a like, this is an outfit, so maybe no one will like dig into this too much. Maybe it's just part of the glamour weave. But the eye that is normally covered in an eye patch is actually like celestially glowing, like looks like a star, has its own glow and like radiance to it. And it looks like, if you could see beyond the eye holes on the mask, you could see that there's like a constellation tattoo that crosses through the eye that lights it up. But Olin's not wearing the eye patch. Olin is forgone the eye patch. Olin can see out of that eye. I would like to clarify just for everybody. Olin can see out of that eye fine, but wears the eye patch to hide the like glow, basically.
Gotcha. And what catches Olin's eye as they enter?
Olin would like to go down here and talk to this elf who's also wearing like a full face mask, down by where Buster is, who seems seems popular with these two folks down here, but also in an effort to kind of be close by to maybe overhear some conversation between the madame, if anybody else decides to stroll over.
Yeah. Dig it. And last but not least, Sully.
Sully is wearing a floor-length ball gown. I posted a picture in the Discord. It's gold, and it's got lace around the neckline and the shoulders and the wrists. The bottom of it has gold and 2 different colored blue feathers. It's a really pretty dress. And her mask is also gold with sequins and beads on it. Her hair is braided in a side braid that comes down about right here. And as she walks, feathers seem to like circle the bottom of her dress and like fall onto the floor, and then they poof into glitter.
I love it.
You're gonna be cleaning that up forever.
No, the glitter disappears.
It's magical
okay.
glitter,
It's
so it
magical
vanishes a few moments later. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how different everybody's outfits are.
Right?
They're very good.
And what catches Sully's attention as she enters here?
I have a question. Is there like I don't see a table with food and drinks on it.
So there are servants that have like little snacks. Like any of the servants. I'm gonna add a couple more actually. The servants have like trays of drink. That they and trays of like small snacks. There's no like real meals here, but like tapas style.
I was
Ooh.
mostly looking for booze, not gonna lie. The first thing that catches Sully's eye are the rabbit statues, which I find interesting because we have a rabbit in our party. He's like
I also did see
the
those.
guest of honor.
Right.
I think Sully. I'm also the smallest person here. I've noticed.
That is true. There's probably like
And yet you're making the biggest entry.
there's
okay.
probably one or two other small sized
I
people.
love that
here.
dress. It's so nice.
Honestly, I am in love with it.
Sully is going to walk over kind of where Tobias is, but like closer to Buster. After grabbing 2 drinks, not one.
Monopolizing this side of the room.
You can grab 2 drinks.
Yep.
She's
This
double
is-
fisted.
These are the most people she's ever been in a room with.
Nice. Madame Eris like is kind of like standing and looking out and you'll notice that she notes your entrance. There are a couple of more nobles that fill in after you guys, but you're kind of near to the last to enter. What order do I want to do this in?
I guess I'll give Madame Eris like a little nod and bow as if I'm noticing her notice me.
She'll give you a little like nod. And you know she's wearing a very similar like mask, though this time you can't really see her eyes through them. And I think Buster, just give me like a general persuasion or charisma check, or insight even to like figure out who would be like most willing to like dance, as you just are like matching people up.
Oh.
Nice.
Damn, Cupid over here.
I've spent time around the court. I know what makes a party
Listen,
go. I
wouldn't-
see compatibility.
If a giant rabbit in a romper came up to you and said, "You will dance now,"
Yeah,
There is Technicolor Dreamcoat. Let's go.
yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, Buster, you kind of like lead a couple of couples out, and I think the music, as it happens, Madame Eris like makes a motion, and the music changes. As people get on the dance floor and begin
Oh.
dancing. And you see like another player like moves in beside you, Rosemary, and begins like playing like a standing violin thing beside the keyboard, the piano.
I'm just watching fascinated. Because Rosemary doesn't know how to dance, so she's not getting on the dance floor.
Sure.
But she can appreciate music.
Sully, you're seeing Buster like, bring people onto the dance floor. Is Sully like interested in dancing, or are you just kind of like double fisting your drinks and focusing on like trying
She's
to
already downed her 2 drinks. She's looking for
Hell
another one.
yes!
He like downs to, grabs
Go off,
another one,
queen.
passes by.
She does want to dance, but she's too nervous to ask anybody.
All right. Cool. Buster, are you trying to dance with anybody yourself, or are you just trying to like get other people dancing?
I am trying to get other people dancing, but obviously if someone catches my eye or like grabs my hand, I will, I'm not going to turn them down. I will give them a dance.
Yeah.
And then I will head back to like, get the party popping, so to speak.
Yeah, and as the music starts, there's a few people
This cellist kind of schnasty though.
So, a few couples begin making their way around the dance floor. Yeah. I will say, as you move over here, turn my own music down a little bit.
The name of the music's really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Questionable tuning. I can read.
Buster, you do notice there's like one person kind of eyeing you a little bit, just like out of curiosity. And she does have like a sort of like energy that radiates. She does seem very popular, so you kind of like peel a couple of people away from her. And as you're noticing her, you see Sarah Olin approaching. An elven woman wearing a silver mask. She has like short, like big white hair that's almost in like a mohawk type situation on her head.
And I didn't even see her.
I told you. I know,
You
Sam.
sniped it.
I know you.
And as you approach, you can see her smile at you, Olin, as you like through the like little slit in the where the mouth of the mask is, and she eyes you with like these bright blue eyes, as you approach. And she gives you like I think she has like a. She's not wearing a dress. Instead, she's wearing like a silver suit that almost seems to like snow seems to like kind of fall from it as she walks.
Very cool.
And she smiles at you and gives you like a slight bow as you approach, and she says,
Owen will give a slight bow as well.
Oh, this voice. I didn't think about the voice.
Make her hotter. She's already hot.
Go
Make it
hotter.
even hotter.
Always
How do
go
I make
hotter.
her hotter?
Do something with the voice, John. Make her hotter. I believe in you. You got this.
Maxie Luval, a pleasure to meet you. You are...
Sir Olin. It is my pleasure to meet you.
She'll kind of like take your hand and go to like press it against the lips of her mask.
Okay. Okay.
And she says, a pleasure. You are not from Ilaluk, right?
That is correct. I come as a dignitary from Martira Bay, but am from beyond even there. You seem to stand out from the crowd as well. Am I right in assuming you are not from Ilaluk as well?
Not originally, but I call it my home now. Olin, shall we dance?
Certainly. What do I...
She grabs your hand and leads you onto the dance floor.
As we're walking, I catch Buster's eye, like...
People shifting around a little bit.
And I would like to clarify, Olin is not really like romantically into any of like anything that's really going on, but is sort of just along for the ride. It's like
Vibing.
you've given me this energy, I'm gonna match that energy.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what a ball is. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, Maxie's very excited, and she is like trying to do some. She's doing like some pretty complicated dance moves. She's like very graceful on the floor, very energetic, and is like throwing her whole self into like this dance.
I mean, Olin 100% is gonna match that energy. That's the way it's gotta be.
I would love
Don't say it.
Either an athletics or acrobatics. Or performance. Any of these would sell me
I'll
on
do-
just like matching her energy
I'll
here.
do acrobatics. Don't blow this, Olin, you son of a bitch.
I believe in you. You got this, buddy. Fuck.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
I was
what-
about to give you mine. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right, let's do this again. One more again, please. Okay, that's better. 18. It's pretty good.
18. Yeah, Maxie is
I knew I should have
loving
trained
it.
that proficiency in acrobatics.
Yeah, Maxie is loving it as you kind of like dive in, matching her grace and style, and like quickly there are like a few eyes on the edge of the room that turn to you as you dance.
This is not gonna end well.
It's very
Tobias.
slapping for you.
Nice.
As they like spin, you can see Owen wink at you with the like glowing eye.
Beautiful. We see Sully drinking, Buster mingling, Tobias. As you kind of like approach upstairs, you notice a couple of these knights eyeing you, though they don't really say anything. You see a pair of shield guardians standing near this kind of VIP area. Just like a servant kind of moves out of the way as you enter, just carrying a couple of drinks. You see Madame Eris. And as you get closer, you know for a fact, having seen him, and now that you can kind of hear, that this is Monsieur Dubois.
Mr. the Boy.
Mr. The Boys.
I walk up to him. I say, "Hello, Madame Eris. Thank you so much for the invite to your lovely ball. We are so happy to be here. Monsieur Dubois, I assume. My name is Tobias Boone. I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, but I have heard great things from Madame Eris here."
Monsieur Dubois gives you like a smile and a nod. He kind of like has a glass in his hand that he's kind of like leaning back in this little like chair thing that's here, this cushions, and he just kind of like raises his glass towards you as like cheers. Madame Eris smiles at you as she stands. She's wearing like this elegant black dress, like flowing, like big black, kind of as her picture is, like I forget what that's called, where the collar is just like huge around her neck. Her dress is like tightly cut, though like modest, and yeah, I think like as she walks, I'm trying to think of what her like glamour weave might have. I think you just
Dragons?
see. Ooh, dragons could be interesting. Yeah, I think I do like that. I think you see like a shadowy, like her dress almost like shifts like shadows, and you can kind of like see sometimes this like shape of this like shadowy dragon moving across
We got him.
the
I
outfit.
get it!
Can't fucking believe you should just do it out in the open like
I turn to Monsieur Dubois and I say, I heard some commotion the other night. I hope everything was okay. I'm sure everybody's trying to get in here to attend this lovely masquerade. I do have to ask, may I take Madame Eris's hand and go for a dance?
Oh, you mean the hunt? Yes. I unfortunately did not catch those who were scrounging around in the garden lately. You would know anything about that, would you, stranger?
I don't even know what hunt you're talking about.
Monsieur Dubois like eyes you suspiciously for a moment, and then just like shrugs, knocking back his drink. And
He just
looks.
like me for real.
Honestly. Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
And he like glances at Madame Eris, but doesn't actually answer like your question about stealing her. You get the sense that like he doesn't really feel like he has a choice in that matter. He has no power in this dynamic.
Right.
But give me a persuasion check real quick.
Happily.
So Mr. Du Bois likes powerful women.
23.
She's the power and he's the dynamic.
Yes.
23. Oh, we had a 23 insight too.
Nice. Yeah, Madame Eris smiles and like moves to dance with you. You take her out to the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
You better be careful. She's gonna put you in the tower like she put him in the tower.
Well, I take her to dance. I'll take her out.
Tobias is a married man, okay? He's faithful to his
We
hell
saw how
wife.
well that marriage was going.
Yeah, he's faithful to his hell wife, wherever she may be.
Yeah, Madame Eris immediately takes you to like the center of the dance floor.
Also, when you see me take her to go dance, you see my shadow kind of like jerking a little bit. Just by the way, if anybody notices, perchance.
Right on.
My passive perception is 16. Do I notice the shadow jerking it?
Oh no.
He's doing the
No!
jerk.
Phrasing!
It's not.
Oh my god.
I can't unimagine it.
It's
Shadow.
Shadow.
No. Yeah, you see the shadow like kind of like shifting strangely in the light
Okay.
here.
Interesting.
Beautiful. So that's dancing for a little while. I'm gonna do like a little bit of time skipping here, but I want to make sure I give everybody the opportunity to do or interact with people, and there will be like several moments here while the main like dancing is going on. I think Sully, Buster, what are y'all? Are y'all shifting gears any, or kind of like mingling?
I'll be honest. If I see Sully still just housing drinks and not dancing with anyone, I'm gonna ask her to dance with me.
Oh, I was gonna ask Sully to dance too.
Yeah. If you're not dancing, then
On your resume.
I will. What's the term? What's the term when you're drinking all night and the first time you pee? What's that called?
Oh, breaking the
Cork.
seal.
Steal the
Breaking the seal. Yes.
breaking the seal. Yeah.
I will break the seal on the dancing. Like you already, you got a couple of drinks in you, so the social part is not as intimidating. But now everyone else is dancing. Buster will just for camera phrasing. Just like that frame.
Yeah. Sully, will you join him in a dance?
Yes.
Beautiful.
How tall is Buster?
How big is the bunny?
I think standing all the way. If he's like standing, like all the way up on his like weird little like backwards rabbit feet and with his ears all the way up, I think like he like brushes 6 feet. So like on his back feet with his ears slicked down, he's probably like a solid 4 feet.
Oh, Sully might be taller than you right now.
Yeah. So like,
He's
he's
4'3".
not very big.
The ears are most of his height, it sounds like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of upwards movement with like the way that like the rabbit feet
Mm-hmm.
move, and like as I'm, especially while I'm dancing, like I'm kind of on my toes a little bit more to be more like
Bouncy.
hoppy and like
okay.
agile, bouncy. So it's 4 or 5 feet. There's a lot of movement with him. He doesn't have like the big flat rabbit feet. They're kind of like the agile.
Don't
Beautiful.
spin me too much. I've had a lot to drink and I might throw up on you.
Absolutely not. I will do all the spinning.
Deal.
Rosemary,
Yeah.
while everybody's kind of dancing off, you see your friends kind of having fun, enjoying the ball. Are you shifting gears at all?
Are there snacks?
There are like little snack trays and stuff like
Hors
that.
d'oeuvre.
Hors
Hors
d'oeuvres,
d'oeuvres, yeah.
grab some hors d'oeuvres, and she's gonna like wander around and just like listen to people talk and also people watch.
Sure. You grab an hors d'oeuvre. Before you get too far, you are approached by a tiefling.
Oh.
Do I recognize
The
this
one who was
tiefling?
hanging out with Sir Kyler, I see.
Mhm.
Ah, it is. Okay, I do recognize this tiefling.
He does break away from Sir Kyler. He has like an eye patch, slicked black hair. Uh, oh, actually, I think where the eye patch is, there's actually like a half black mask that this tiefling is wearing. Horns coming out. Wearing fancy outfit, cloak hanging down. I think his outfit kind of is. I'm gonna take this portrait. Is usually like the yellow and blue color, but where the blue is almost looks like you see like the cloak looks like a tide coming in and out of the ocean.
That's so cool.
And he kind of like immediately approaches you like oh, hold on. I just
Oof.
tried to imitate. He comes over like you're getting like an hors d'oeuvre from this. He comes over and like trying to lean on the thing and actually like accidentally like knocks the thing out of the.
Can I try and catch the tray to help this poor server who will probably get in trouble if they drop it?
Yeah, just make me a dex save.
Alright, dexterity save.
Mm-hmm.
My specialty. I'm not in Sully's aura. That's sad. Okay. 12.
I'll say that's enough to like. There's like a couple of things of food that fall off, but you save like most of the tray.
And I'll pass it back to them. Oh, there you go. That could have been tragic.
And you see the tiefling's like, oh, sorry. Madame, I am Monsieur Dronto. I could not help but notice you from across the room. You have this energy about you.
Rosemary is like, as blank as her mask, she is like, oh no, Buster's not here, what do I do? Right, what would Buster do? Oh,
Is
well,
just thinking like behind in the frame, Buster and Sawyer just kind of like drunkenly, lazingly, like swerving around couples.
oh, well, thank you for noticing. She's very awkward.
Please, I must
Thank
have a
you for
dance with you.
noticing.
Oh, oh, she can't say no. She feels bad saying no to people. Okay, I'll dance. I'm not very good, but yeah, okay.
He smiles at you, like giving you a smirk, as if feeling like you're lying about it, as he pulls you onto the dance floor.
So, I guess I have to ask. Rosemary has never danced before, but would maybe the body remember how to do things she might not?
Muscle memory.
Perhaps. You can give me an acrobatics, athletics, or performance for dancing.
Let's go athletics, because it's a +8.
The buffest to dance of all.
Mhm.
Oh, the body remembers.
Wow. The body remembers.
This is probably the most graceful any of you have ever seen Rosemary.
And Monsieur Dronto is. Actually, I'm going to do a little roll for him.
Oh no. Do I end up leading? Is that a -2?
Yeah.
Oh, homie. Homie.
Yeah. Rosemary, like, especially shines next to Monsieur Dronto, who's like stumbling over his feet a little bit. Is probably one of the more like awkward dancers on the floor.
Oh no, that's why he picked her.
And while you guys are dancing, I'm gonna have a moment. There's gonna be like a while of dancing here, so I want to have a couple of conversations. I'm gonna pivot over to Maxie.
Can you type her full name for me?
Please,
Yeah.
because I definitely guessed on the spelling.
I will make it so you can
Maxie
see her name.
Louval.
I was close, actually, on her last.
Just
Uh.
missed the extra L-E, but yeah, I got it.
I just traded the U for an E. Everything else was the same.
Olin, if you don't mind my forwardness, do you have a lover?
Damn! I love her!
Olin takes a moment, thinks about it, just says, "I suppose I've never been struck by the fancy."
To love?
Well, perhaps not, but perhaps not in the way that you're describing. But there is always room for a new experience.
That's the spirit. And I think she kind of like will be the first to kind of like drag you. She'll kind of like come off of the floor a little bit, just to like grab a drink. But she tries to like. She seems to like you, Olin, and seems to want to like keep you near her.
Okay, can I do a little vibe check just to
Sure.
get a little like
Are you trying to tell anything in particular?
just if it's like if someone's being like coy but they're like mean what they're saying but they have another like ulterior motive, or if they're really just like enjoying the night, like enjoying the experience. Because I think that there is definitely, Olin has come into this being like, this is a political party. People are going to try and make political alliances and figure something out. So I think Olin is trying to like gauge whether this is some sort of like political move, but I think Olin isn't like so invested in it, because Olin is a no-name dignitary from Artira Bay, right? It doesn't really. But Olin also does not. Typically takes things at face value pretty much all of the time. So I think this is Olin's like one moment of like self-reflection, being like, I should think about this because this is like a political thing.
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
Let's see. Hey.
Obviously the masks make it hard to get a read of people's faces, but I think Olin only sees what's on the surface here. Maxie seems very into them, and I think you can read that Maxie like has an energy about her. How do I want to frame it? I think you just get the sense that Maxie is like a very free individual.
Okay. Does Maxie strike me as the kind of person who might like to assist us on a heist?
I don't think you can really read that
that's,
much into
that's
it.
That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, on a 9, yeah. I think it's about all you can.
That's okay. So Olin takes it at face value, basically,
Mm-hmm.
as is tradition.
Sully, Buster, I would love a couple of checks for y'all just to see how this dance pans out.
Okay.
You can do acrobatics, athletics, or performance.
No. Could be worse.
I'm using my inspiration.
No.
No, it could be so much worse. Look at how my dance partner did.
I have 2 inspirations. I'm not using the other one on a dance. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Buster.
that's fine.
I'm
You
sorry.
13 is solid dancing. Sully's
Yeah.
like right in that she doesn't look bad at dancing. She doesn't look great at dancing, but she looks as good as anybody else here at
This is
the
the
ball.
first time she's ever danced.
And
Yay.
Buster's.
And Buster's leading well.
Buster is a ancient rabbit who spent more years dancing than most people have been alive on this floor. It doesn't even faze me. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
This is
It's
Buster's
Buster's dance
first time
ever,
dancing.
Buster, so thank you.
I've got a question. Is Buster really good at ballroom?
Probably. A lot of like fey court dancing, but like it's a different style. So it's like in one country they'll do it a little bit different than another. So like I'm kind of like gauging the way that everyone's pairing up and like trying to like grab at least like one signature move from like a couple of like they'll do like the hand grab thing and like they'll walk around like okay like they do that here like okay I'll pick up like 1 or 2 moves, but otherwise like Buster can get down like he's fun.
Yeah.
He's good.
You'll get
He's
a,
comfortable in his body.
Usher's gonna play afterwards.
you'll get a couple of looks as you're dancing around. Sully, you said you thanked Buster. You said this was your first dance, first time dancing at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Thank you.
Very surprisingly agile on your feet.
Thank you. I have to be agile, for sneaking around and killing people.
And all the battle we find ourselves into. I fully understand. We have very complicated jobs. It is very hard to write onto a resume. What do we do? You know?
Yeah.
You say like and killing people as you're kind of like spinning around Buster near the performers, and one like the guy on the violin, like just a moment. as you're-
Yeah.
before
Don't fuck
moving-
up that piece, homie.
We're at a
You'll be
political
safe.
party. You should be used to murder.
Yeah, that's why it's only like a hitch. Like,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Uh,
Oh,
but
yeah,
while
Buster.
dancing, I would like to also like keep an eye on like I see Rosemary has a partner and she's I don't want to say like manhandling, but she's clearly in control. She's comfortable. And then I probably clock that Tobias is with Miss Eris. And I would just like to also like keep an eye while dancing, making sure that everyone's like mingling and having a good time.
Yeah.
Staying observant while multitasking.
I dig it. I think you notice Kyler just kind of like stands. He's like smoking a cigar again, though this time he's wearing like fancier clothing. He is not wearing a mask, however. He has
this
his
fucking guy.
he has
Is he
his
the
glasses.
Only one not wearing a mask.
There's a couple of nobles who are kind of wearing. I'm gonna say yes. Every noble you see here, even the ones that like just shows their face, they're wearing some like at least a basic like little domino mask thing. Kyler's not wearing a mask at all.
So
Doesn't surprise me.
disrespectful.
This man lives by his own rules.
He probably forgot it and made excuse to not wearing. Kind of respect it.
Do you think Madame Maris is mad about it?
Oh, more than that.
Oh, she's pissed, I'm sure.
It is not something that you can tell
It's
anybody about. You can't like shame this man in front of people. This is to be seen as affected by a slight, whether intentional or not, in classy party like this. You don't do that. You send maybe snide remark as you dance past him, like, "Oh, I love your outfit," but you never comment on it. We'll never know.
You teach me so much about talking to people and
It's just
interacting.
people. It is just
John, I
dynamics.
messaged you.
It is just about I just watched people. I've watched people for many, many, many years. Normal Fae, otherwise, I've always sat outside and watched. This is what I do.
I like to imagine that while Buster and I are dancing, or Buster and Sully are dancing. I don't know why I said Buster and I. That was weird.
Whatever.
You are Sully. It's fine.
We're just talking about everyone else the whole time.
Probably.
That's
I'm
what you
fine
do
with
at a
it.
dance.
Everyone's gossiping.
Nuh-uh,
about
Olin
everyone
and
else.
Maxie were hitting it off. They
Oh,
were
yeah.
flirting.
They're flirting, but everyone kind of just talks about everyone else. Like
Owen
that's-
doesn't
that's
really
high
know that
society.
they're flirting. Then.
Yeah, I think by the time y'all like turn and look, Maxie has like Olin is almost like against the wall down here, and Maxie has like one hand
Shit.
just kind of like on the wall beside him, like relatively like close in space.
Oh, what the awkward tiefling tried to do.
Yeah, except like good.
She's
Uh,
nailing it.
And you can kind of like there. I think Olin, you can kind of like clock with your passive perception. There are like a couple of jealous looks darted your way.
Cool.
From Sam.
From Sam,
From
from
Sam,
Rosemary,
No, not Rosemary.
from Sam specifically.
Yes.
Hey.
Buster.
You didn't see her? That's on you.
Actually, I would
Weird
like
question.
Buster and Sully to give me perception checks.
I'm not good at perception.
It's a good check.
I mean, I have a plus 11. It's not fair.
Oh,
Hell yeah!
Nice.
let's go.
Yay!
Love it. So this is a minor thing, but something you both noticed, I think. Sully, you met Buster. Like, this is not even the first time you've seen Buster dancing, because you've been to the Fake Courts before. That was like one of our backstory thing, is that you and Buster actually
Yes.
like had a storytelling contest
Yeah.
for a Fae, like Archfey a while back. You've seen like the Fake Courts do their like dancing and stuff like that at least one time. Both of you notice like the dancing that Rosemary is doing is very similar to like, not exactly the same, but very similar to ones you've seen like at the Fake Courts specifically.
Oh.
Interesting.
The night is young.
Yeah. Rosemary's a good dancer, huh?
Very interesting moves she has. I will have to steal her away after our dance concludes.
And
Just ride that 27 through the rest of the night.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, man.
Madame Eris, Tobias, do you just go ahead and give me one of those athletics, acrobatics, or performance?
Man, this is my dream session. I love
This is
dancing around ballroom bullshit. Oh,
this is
15.
Regency Light. This is the
This is
taste
very
test.
Regency Light.
it's so
Yes.
good.
Hope everyone has their dance cards, is all I'm saying.
What happens if you fill it out?
Then you get to brag.
I know how I'm filling out my dance card tonight.
Oh my.
Oh
Gonna-
my.
Madame Eris doesn't really have necessarily.
No, if she beefs it, I'm gonna love it.
Okay. She is a competent dancer. About as good as Sully is doing. She like tries to put on like a little bit of a performance, but you can tell she's like somewhat distracted tonight. Tobias, you are leading. Madame Eris says while you're dancing, she's like, it is very bold of you to ask the hostess of the ball to dance as your very first dance of the evening.
Well, this isn't my first court appearance, if you know what I mean.
Oh?
I'm very practiced in this. I guess art. Some might say torture, but things like this are the perks that I come for.
I see. Did you grow up around the court?
More forced into it.
Interesting. Yeah, I think she kind of like goes quiet with that. Maybe makes like a little bit of small talk. Is there any kind of topic you want to broach with her?
No, I just want to keep her. Just currently, I just want to keep her smiling. I'm going to be charming and flirty and compliment her up, compliment the place. I love what she's doing with her leadership. Blah blah blah, etc. etc.
Right down. Give me a persuasion check.
Go.
Or deception.
Where is that? Where is it? There it is. 18.
No, that's good. Madame Eris seems very charmed by you, Tobias, as you dance. Her hands kind of like linger a little more on like your upper arm and stuff as you dance.
What I will say is I would like to kind of lead the conversation a little bit to if I could get her to meet me somewhere like out in the court later, like somewhere away from where we are going for a heist.
She says, I have a private room that I take special guests to. Perhaps I will show you later.
If I could be so lucky.
And Monsieur Dubois, this whole time you're dancing, is kind of like he's like got like another drink in his hand. I think we see the servant beside him with like 3 empty glasses on her tray, and he is like on another drink basically he's just kind of like glaring at you, Tobias.
By the way, at some point when we break off the dance, I'll go up to Monsieur Dubois and say, "Why weren't you the one who asked her to dance first, hey?"
All right,
Antagonistic tonight?
we'll get to that.
And I'm gonna do it I'm gonna try to do it in an intimidating way of like, you're being a little wuss.
Like, I'm stepping on your turf.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Madame Eris will like lead you off the dance floor. We'll have that encounter here shortly.
No problem.
Rosemary.
Brain is shut off while she is dancing.
Just shut up.
Yeah, that is the only way her body is able to move like this, is if she does not think about it.
Okay. Yeah, Adrunto tries to like start up a conversation with you a couple of times.
I don't know how well she would try to respond, but if she starts to think about, okay, how do I move next? She's trying to just like let her body do what it's telling her.
I feel you. Monsieur Adrunto does not seem, and this is probably not something that Rosemary even clocks, does not seem the most charming. He stumbles over his words a little bit as you're kind of dancing, and like he takes your like Rosemary's like so focused on the dancing or not really like paying attention as like disinterest in him and his like and his like efforts to charm you in this way.
Buddy, sorry.
And I think that's kind of like contributing to his bad dancing because he's distracted by like that.
And I mean, she'll sort of, her answers will be very monosyllabic, just oh yeah, no, because she is like,
oh dear,
trying not to inhabit her own body while this happens. Just let her body do it.
As Madame Eris steps off the dance floor, we see several other people stepping off as if waiting for something.
Is it a
Uh,
faux pas that we're still on the floor?
Is this where the armed combat section of the ball happens?
Monsignor Adrunto does like kind of like take your hand, Rosemary, leading you off the ballroom floor.
Oh yeah, she'll happily follow. And immediately goes back to not graceful Rosemary as soon as she's done dancing.
And Buster and Sully, y'all are the last ones there. Do y'all step off, keep dancing? What do you do?
I guess
I
we
mean,
would step off. 'cause there's
yeah,
something
everybody else.
happening.
Don't want to be rude.
Buster would probably like sidle up to like another group or another couple and be like, "What is happening? Is there a different event happening? What is happening?"
Who do you?
Mhm.
You said you'd sidle up to another couple. Who do you sidle up? You can kind of see like Maxie and Olin. You
Yeah.
see Rosemary and Adrunto. You see a couple of like normal.
Yeah, either
guests.
these guys or these guys, like literally anyone who looks like they're
Like regulars.
regulars. Yeah, that's kind of the word I was looking for.
Come here
Uh,
often.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of come off the dance floor. The music changing slightly. And you mentioned this, and one of the figures says, "Oh yes, the ghost walk will be happening soon, and when that happens, we will all begin dancing again."
Ghost walk.
Can you do
Yes,
that
the
accent
ghost walk.
again?
Your accent is so enchanting.
Again?
Where are you from?
Yes, the ghost walk. We will dance again when the ghost walk happens.
Very, very nice. I like very straight to the point. I like this.
What's a ghost walk?
They don't know what the ghost walk is, and you see them like all snickering together.
Rude!
We are not all from Ilaluk. Different people from different walks. I said
Yes,
here
Buster!
Buster doesn't have any time for it. We asked you a genuine question. Don't be rude.
You will see soon enough. And then they like all kind of like move over away from you a little bit.
Buddha.
It's just like prom.
Buster's hand kind of like goes to his mace, just like over the romper, but I just pat it. And I stop myself.
I'll ask Monsieur Adrunto, is that his name?
Mhm.
I'll thank him for the dance. I'll curtsy. It's kind of sloppy, but she curtsy. Well, thank you. Sorry, I was real quiet. I was just trying not to focus so I didn't trip.
Yeah, I think he begins to like curtsy at the same time you do, and then like realizes he's supposed to bow and like changes to a bow.
I like
And
it.
he says, sorry, what did Rosemary say?
She apologized for not really responding while dancing. She was saying I was trying not to think so that I wouldn't trip.
Oh, well, you're an amazing dancer.
Oh, thank you. That was my first time. You're a great partner.
Your first time?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe, madame.
I don't know. I just kind of let my body do its thing and I didn't focus on it too much because that thing where if you think about it, like when you're breathing, you just do it. But if you think about it, then you like notice it. Do I notice him like realize that he's breathing and then start focusing on his
Oh my
breathing?
God, my
Yeah.
tongue is in my mouth.
Yeah, of course.
So what's happening now?
He kind of like looks out towards like one of the big windows, and we can see the night sky out there, and he says, the ghost walk will be next."
Ghosts?
Yes. Madame Eris likes to bring those who have passed in the city to the keep to have their remains turned to ash, and then their ghosts appear at a certain time of night. And the way she has it set up is they will walk right through the middle of the ballroom.
Oh,
It's just supposed to add to the spooky factor of the ball.
Oh, yeah. That is terrifying. How long until that happens? She's
Let-
very grateful for the blank full face mask at this moment.
mhm. Probably in shortly, a few minutes.
Oh, well, thank you again for the dance, and she'll curtsy again. I need to go talk to one of my friends that I came here with. You were great, though.
Oh, Madame, may I ask your name?
Rushes.
Oh,
Oh, I'm Rosemary. Bye.
Rosemary. And he kind of
Oh.
like walks
Oh,
back
me.
up.
What do you call
The
a
worst.
what do you call a himbo that just isn't likable?
Him, no.
Yeah, him no. He's
Oh.
he's got like Thad the avocado vibes. A little bit. Just,
I'm gonna rush over to Buster and Sully. Buster, there's gonna be ghosts in here.
So that's what a ghost walk is.
He said shortly. Would it be rude if I just stood out in the hall? Do you think there would be ghosts in the hall?
Buster, still looking at Rosemary.
She's panicking
I
right
forgot
now,
about
like
earlier.
wringing her hands, panicking.
Without skipping a beat, Buster says in perfect Sylvan, say, tell me, where did you learn the court shuffle? You executed it perfectly. You had him spun around your finger.
So Sylvan changes your voice? Is this what you truly sound
This
like
is
when
what
you're
I
speaking
sound
in
like.
Sylvan?
Yeah. When you hear Sylvan, it's like a different accent.
It's like your true voice or whatever coming through.
Kind of, yeah. That's just
She
let me have
responds
the different voices or different accents.
She
thing.
responds in perfect Sylvan. Well, you know, I don't know. I just let my body do its own thing, and that was what happened. Also, how do you know this language? Mother taught it to me, but
Kind of came with the body property thing, and everyone
Oh.
kind of spoke it on the plane.
yeah.
How did
Yeah.
we never have this realization that we both speak this ancient elven language?
I
perfectly?
don't know. Like I said, I assume Mother taught it to me anyway. Again, just let
Right,
my
the
body do
ghost
its own thing. Yeah, the ghost, that's kind of more pressing, and she'll switch back to common. Yeah, so if we could just, like, you know, if I could maybe, do you think I should just stand out in the hall until they're gone, and then you could tell me?
You can simply just, if you'd like to turn around into this corner, and I will stand back to back with you. I will let you
Okay.
know when ghosts pass. Just cover your eyes, look down, focus
Okay.
on your breathing. There are no
God, I'm
ghosts
thinking
for as
about
long as
breathing
you have to
again.
worry about it. What do you mean thinking about breathing? You just kind of do it.
Yeah, but then you'll think about it, and then you realize you're doing it, and then you don't breathe because
Oh,
you're thinking
no.
about it.
My tiny little bunny lungs can't handle being thinking about breathing for too long. I'm gonna pass out.
Okay,
No,
Rosemary
but
will
I
crouch
will-
in a corner behind Buster.
Yeah, and I'll just stand back to back and watch the ghosts as they proceed by, and then I will let Rosemary know whenever it's good. This is effectively the same ghost walk that I saw last night.
Yeah, it seems to be from the description seems to be the same thing. Like they're just using what happens every night where the ghosts of the dead seem to walk. Madame Eris is just using this as a like part of her ball, basically.
So, when it happened yesterday, did it look like it was coming? They were coming from this building, the ballroom.
They're coming
Where
from
it
the
was?
main spire.
Okay. Interesting.
She has her own like crematorium in the spire.
Underneath the ballroom, just so that they start here and walk out.
Tobias. As you bring Madame Eris back to the top, you kind of challenge Monsieur Dubois to why he didn't ask her to dance.
I try to just intimidate him a little bit.
Monsieur Dubois stands up, like swelling his chest a little bit.
Does he stand up too fast? After all that drinking?
No, I don't think it's. I think you can tell he's like a little like buzzed already. Like takes him a moment to like get settled when he stands, and he says, "Of course, I will have the next dance with Madame Eris. Right, Madame." And she kind of like pauses a moment, glances towards Tobias, glances towards Dubois, and says, "We shall see."
Oh.
Dubois, scoot over a little. Tobias, sit with me.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no.
This
Tobias the
this
homewrecker.
ain't it. This ain't it.
Homie.
Oh
Have
shit.
a duel with the ball.
Well, we did say there would be a massacre.
It's just like War and Peace.
Tobias, do you have any issues just sitting down next to her?
Oh,
Like, there's
I'm
like a
gonna-
group of nobles here. But...
Oh, I'm going to say, oh, Madame Eris, you know that would be rude for all the other guests that we must attend.
We?
I always watch the ghost walk from my seat. Join me, just for the ghost walk.
I look at Monsieur Dubois and I say, we shall see. And I sit down.
Oh my god.
I'm
And
living
I
for this.
want to know. I want to know that with my mask on, my crown is still showing.
Right on.
Man. Our Regency campaign is gonna be nasty.
So excited.
Because then the mechanics are going to be to actually be devious and bloodthirsty.
Oof.
Mhm.
Like to be rewarded for it.
Beautiful. As everybody's kind of like, energy like seems to be in like waiting mode for this. I'm gonna pivot to Maxi. Finally, like backs off of Olin a little bit, just to kind of like lean on the wall and look out, as if waiting for the next event.
I guess Olin will, as everyone else, ask, so what comes next?
Oh, well, we'll have the ghost walk. Then she'll probably bring out the wine elemental. There'll be some more dancing, drinking, people will start showing out.
Who's showing out?
Well, what the nobles do once they start drinking.
I suppose any party. A party for nobles is the same as a party for anyone.
Though I've heard there's going to be some sort of, perhaps, trouble tonight, so I might skip out early. What are you doing tonight?
I do have plans with the party that I came here with, my fellow dignitaries, but it may also involve us leaving early, so perhaps we're gonna find our way out together.
What plans would dignitaries have, huh?
Paperwork. We mean to take scope of the city.
Paperwork.
If we are to represent Martira Bay, we must know what Ilaluk has to offer, and
I suppose.
there are
I'm not sure how paperwork will help you do that.
well, paperwork depends on the kind of paper you're dealing with.
Some kind of word.
Well, you and your friends are welcome back at my manor house tonight. I can show you a little bit of what Ilaluk has to offer.
Sorry.
love her.
I'm sorry, but my my first thought was, yes, I would love to, and I'm sure so would the rest of my dignitaries.
Yeah, she seems like fine with that. She's like, yes, they're all invited. It'll be a little after party.
Well, Maxie, it was up to this point an absolute pleasure, and I hope to continue enjoying the night with you.
Are we gonna have an orgy with this lady?
That's what I'm hearing.
She's not against it.
She's down.
She's down to clown. Even with a boring one that has paperwork involved,
Yeah.
apparently. She's
Hey.
elves,
Yeah.
dude. Love 'em.
Owen doesn't
Fucking
lie.
love
So Owen really like.
Olin really believes there's paperwork to do after this.
It's like we gotta do
She
paperwork.
was spitting game, and you were like, "You gotta fucking fill the paperwork out."
Hey, when
We got
when,
expense reports.
it's well, yeah. There's about to be a whole lot, a lot of expenses.
Yeah, it's gonna be mission reports, you know. I think Maxie with that kind of like walks around you and gives you like a little wave, and she says, "May our paths cross again later tonight." And she like moves to like join a group of people.
Olin gives a curt little nod and bow, and then completely blows the like everybody's out of the middle and just walks straight across the middle to everybody over here.
Olin.
Nice.
You aren't going
Beautiful.
to believe this.
Someone wants to do paperwork with us.
That elf over there wants to do paperwork with us after the party.
Beautiful.
And Rosemary, you were really busting a move out there.
Thank you. It was my first time dancing. I'm curled up in this corner for a reason.
It was my
Oh.
first time dancing too. We could
You
have
look-
shared our first dance together.
Oh, you know, I was gonna ask you, but then Buster took ya, so
Oh, but
It's
I
okay.
ruined
Buster was
the
a
season.
delightful part. You didn't ruin it.
I'm
You're a great
joking.
dancer.
I know. I kid. I kid.
oh, Buster,
Little
did
fine.
have you heard about the GHOSTWALK?
I can spell.
Yeah, I just kind of like
Oh, sorry.
shift
Excuse
over a
me.
little bit, and I show like Rosemary
Huddled in the
crouching,
corner.
covering her bit. Like we have this covered.
Oh,
And before Ghost walks straight through
Oh.
her.
sorry, Rosemary. And then in Sylvan, GHOSTWALK.
In Sylvan, I can still spell in this language too, Olin.
Holy shit! You know this fucking secret elven language too?
All three of you know Sylvan. Sully
cour-
is just looking
course I know this
between
language.
you. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Of course I know this language. I'm an elf.
Well,
That's you. That's your voice.
yeah.
There
okay.
we go.
Why do you
that's
know
fair.
this language? Why do you
I'm a human and I know this language. I don't think being an elf gives you access to this language. I'm assuming Mother taught it to me. I just.
Yeah, I'm a fucking rabbit.
Listen,
I
Still
just hung
looking
out with
back
a
and
lot of
forth.
elves.
we can have this discussion later. I think there's more pressing things to deal with right now.
ghost walk.
A dead guy.
Beautiful.
I love
Oh.
this little Sylvan circle.
It took 21 fucking sessions to have Sylvan on her character sheets come out.
Oh no.
As y'all are kind of standing at attendance, there seems to be like an air of anticipation. Suddenly, from this back doorway, a line of ghosts begins slowly making their way down the stairs and across the ballroom towards like the center northern stairs.
Okay, which doorway is the back doorway?
Yeah, here. So they're coming through this way.
Okay, cool.
And then walking down.
Down and out through the
yeah.
we came in.
And I actually think they're going to kind of like split here. So there's like a group going down either of these stairs, but they kind of like meet again towards like the center of the ballroom. As they are walking out, however,
I want to make a check.
what kind of check?
Are they all ghosts? Perception check.
Give me a perception check.
Because any good opportunity for people to
Plus
fucking
11.
sneak in when there's an occasion when everyone's just kind of standing and looking at stuff. And people walking in amongst all of the ghosts painted white.
Yeah, you're looking around. They seem to be all ghosts. Nothing really odd about them. I think you do, maybe in passing on that perception, you notice that the servant that was kind of like at the entrance letting people in seems to have like disappeared somewhere. I think that's the only thing of note you notice.
Interesting.
As the ghosts begin walking across the floor, the ones in the front seem to notice your group. Actually, I think the first ones that stop are towards Tobias. A couple like break off and come towards Madame Eris, and you see she kind of like stands up, like obviously confused by this maneuver, as a couple of ghosts move and linger around you, Tobias. One of them begins like pointing into the distance as it stares at you.
Did I mention that this happened?
I don't know
I don't
if
think
you
so.
mentioned it to us.
Yeah.
My gut says that I mentioned at least the ghost thing, but upon
Yeah,
seeing them,
I think you definitely mentioned that there were ghosts. I don't think you said anything, like noted
That they
anything odd
pointed.
about them. Yeah.
at least seeing the ones that do that to Tobias as they're coming down the stairs and across the ballroom, if they do like start looking at us, Buster kind of like very quickly is like, last night they the ghosts, after they were walking and noticed them, some of them came up to me, then they walked over like they're doing right now. They're staring at us like they're doing right now, and then they kind of just, yep, as they're doing right now, pointing up to Great Star in Sky, or where it is relatively.
Rosemary
Is that-
hyperventilating behind her mask. As
I
you were saying
mean,
this.
Yeah, so a few are kind of like stopping by Tobias. Madame Eris, like as they like linger and then like break away, joining the others, she kind of glances at you, Tobias, before they make their way down to the main floor. She says, how did you do that?
Well, would it be fun if I told you all my secrets first night? But do you think I should oblige?
Oblige the ghost, or oblige me in telling me your secrets?
Well, the ghosts first, and then you get my secrets later.
I'm not sure I like that priority.
Uh-oh.
As the ghosts like head down the floor, there is whispering among the crowd as the ghosts slowly begin gathering around Buster, Sully, Olin, and Rosemary.
I should have stayed on the other side of the room.
I'm gonna stand on one side of Rosemary. Olin, you should stand on the other. And then Buster's got her back. There's no way these ghosts are gonna get her. You're fine, Rosemary. You're gonna be fine.
how far do they get from us?
Nothing is happening right now, Rosemary.
They get within like a few feet of you, and there's about like last night. There's only like maybe 8 of these ghosts that walk by. There's about 15 of them today, but they are all like. All of these ghosts kind of like as they get down here and notice you move and shift and gather around you, to like everybody's in the room is just like staring and whispering.
By the way, I look to Eris and I say, first hint, they seem to know who their masters are. And that's it.
The masters. I think she'll just say that like thoughtfully. Pivot to Buster.
I make eyes to Olin and to Sully, and I look down to Rosemary and I say, like I whisper, like mouth, like cover her.
Olin
Rosemary
takes
is not looking.
Olin takes the cape and kind of like tuxedo mask wraps Rosemary.
Tuxedo mask.
Oh my goodness.
But you didn't do anything.
And I think Buster's just gonna walk through the ghosts.
Cool. Yeah, they kind of like poof
They
a little
follow
like this in blue light around you as you walk through them. A couple of them glance at you, but most of their focus. A couple of them do glance at you, but most of them stay focused on the group, and you kind of see their eyes moving towards Rosemary more than anybody else of this particular group.
As they do that, I bring my finger up to my mouth and I use my channel divinity to turn undead, and I like magically just go towards the ghosts, toward the ghosts, to like blast out like a hey, like fuck off.
Oh, it's because of the hammer.
It is.
Yeah.
They know their master. They're saying go to the star.
I just put that shit together.
The crown and the
I'm
hammer.
They stopped at Tobias. When they stopped at Tobias, and I was thinking like if Edgar's hidden amongst the group, we could have seen them at the robes, but they didn't seem to stop. So
interesting.
that's I had the thought, but they didn't stop anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I effectively told them to fuck off magically through my cleric powers.
Yeah, they can't willingly. Beautiful. I'm not even going to make them roll for the wisdom save. Like as you do this, this energy kind of like flows through them. This almost like almost like an earthquake effect or a wave effect blows through them, and they seem to like their blue light shivering a little bit, and they begin walking up the steps again, moving away from you as a group. Yeah. And I think as you do this, like there's like a few people who begin like clapping as if this is like part of some show.
That's why I specifically made a point to like walk out.
Oh, and do a big theatrical shush.
Yeah, just to make it look like a bit rather than like have the ghosts like gather up and then they kind of like disappear and separate, but like have it be like kind of like a little show, and then I'll go back over to Rosemary and be like, all right, they've passed, they're no longer here. It is okay.
That's a cool trick. You're gonna have to show me how to do that one day.
It will take a lot of worship and time. I trade a lot for it, but I'm sure you could learn.
Madame Eris turns to you, Tobias, and says, actually, I think she like turns to the other nobles and motions to like just gives them like a little wave, and you see they begin like breaking. Oh, not you. Breaking away. A few of them kind of move to the sides. The servant goes down the stairs. Monsieur Dubois like lingers a moment, and then she like waves at him like doubly so, and he kind of like pouts and moves over. And then Madame Eris turns to you, Tobias, and she says, I need you to explain now.
Well, I will say it's not really much of a secret. I've already shown you once. Don't you know? And I will point at my crown.
She looks at it curiously, and she says, interesting. I think I'll have to keep you around, Tobias. And she kind of like just like grabs your arm a little bit, like holding onto it, as she kind of watches the last of the ghosts begin heading out the door. However, they pause at the door as a new figure enters.
I will also look at Eris, by the way, as she does that, and say, Madam, you owe me a secret now.
Ooh, interesting. Give me a persuasion check real quick before we pivot scenes.
My god. Do you have inspiration? Can I give you mine?
Yeah, I'll use it. Where is it? There it is.
It's better.
Actually, I have an ability called Magical Guidance that allows me to use a sorcery point to re-roll any skill check. Can I use one?
Sure.
Because I think I can do better.
Burn through the resources.
No.
No, not better.
That's
12.
cocked.
It's so
That's cocked as hell.
I think she smiles at you and just kind of like pats your arm, like reassuringly, and she says, "With time, dear, with time."
I don't know if I like those priorities.
I think she kind of like chuckles lightly at that. Yeah, the door opens and we see the servant kind of like comes in, moves up and seems to like wave a hand towards Madame Eris. Tobias, you see her like make eye contact, like look over towards one of these knights. Everybody give me perception checks real quick. She motions the knights, like just like a little subtle hand gesture, motions the knights towards the door. I think Tobias, you easily see this.
I'm gonna do this at disadvantage.
They're gone though, right?
I got a nat 20.
Let's
Nice!
go.
Wow.
And I still rolled better than you.
I mean,
I'll push you down.
+1.
I got a nat
That's
20. Hush. I got a question.
Yes.
If Sully were to cast Detect Evil and Good, would she know that Rosemary is Fae?
That Rosemary is what?
Fae?
I mean, if Rosemary was Fae.
Okay, well, I don't know if she's Fae, but I know that she speaks Sylvan. She dances like the Fae court, like out of character, obviously, not my character. But I was just
Well, your
wondering if
character
that would
knows.
be.
Yeah, your
that.
character does know.
You
that.
saw that.
Yeah, the divine sense.
The
also
storytelling
gives you
thing.
Fae
Yeah.
feast and undead.
Yeah.
But Rosemary is just a normal human, so it doesn't.
Rosemary is just a normal human.
Cannot wait to just break that meme apart.
She's
Beautiful.
a chair.
So I think as the doors open, these soldiers been going out. There's a few people who notice, but like most people are kind of like focused on the ballroom. Olin and Sully. You both hear as those doors open the distant sound of fighting.
I would like
Metal
to.
on metal.
I would like to subtly take out my horn of silent alarm and blow it so that Maxie can hear it.
Oh, just Maxie?
Well, I guess I can pick multiple people for each one, right? So
I think so, yeah.
I'll do the party and Maxie.
We're
For
all
Hoot Nanny?
right here next to you.
Yeah, but
Well, Tobias
if
is
you can-
by Madame
well,
Eris.
if I hear the fighting, my thought is it's about to go down.
Yeah.
This is the Hoot
Sully
Nanny horn.
whispers. Shit's about to happen.
Yeah, I think Maxie
And
looks,
Tobias
looks
Tobias
around
is across the
confused.
room.
Yeah. Tobias makes sense.
Maxie looks around across the room. Olin tries to like catch her eye.
I think she like misreads what you're saying and just like excitedly kind of like begins hurrying over there.
Well, that's better than
That's
better
not
better
bad.
than not.
Why'd she stop in the middle of the floor?
Because suddenly
There's
she's
action.
shot.
Yeah.
As she is walking across, Madame Eris kind of like claps her hands and she says, everyone, just a quick announcement. There are revolutionary types outside, but fear not. The Eternal Order and my other guards shall handle them quite soundly, and we shall continue our feast into the night. Please, please, dance. And she motions towards like the musicians.
Oh,
Does
the-
she really believe? Like, how certain of this is she?
Give me an insight check.
The Eternal Order's the little skeleton man's.
Hmm
I don't have
Ah.
insight, but it's okay.
I had a history check.
Oh,
Ooh, 19.
Very nice. I had a history check for the Eternal Order, and I had it briefly said that we just mentioned that they were a group, but we didn't know much about them.
yeah,
But just using context clues, Eternal Order,
yeah.
meaning
Undead.
soldiers that are undead, that are eternally,
Yeah.
These don't count toward my weekly goal. I have to find someone evil to kill tonight.
I gotta find a book,
you
man.
know,
Madame Eris.
I'm doing fine on my goal.
Madame Eris seems very confident. And you do see her beginning to cast a spell.
Mm.
That's a
Yes,
spell
sir.
slot.
Can I
Interrupt
tell
her.
at all what it is? Can I tell at all what it?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Also not great. but-
Oh no!
Oh, that one! Oh no, that one!
Oh no. Sorcery point?
I kind of don't want to.
that's
Hell yeah, let it happen.
No, that's.
What's your
Oh, well-
thingy?
The shadow acts up.
His
right?
shadow's
My
gonna
shadow
do
acts
something
up.
fucky.
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Maybe your shadow and her shadow can kiss.
What if our shadows?
What
cause
again?
The revolution.
It
Yeah.
technically, the technical thing that it does is this also. It does that technically, mechanically, but what does it do, story wise? Because this also depends on what I do next.
Got you. Oh, this is technically a quirk. It's not a. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think mine's the D6 table.
Yeah. There's a couple of people with tables.
Oh, I don't have a table, no,
But yours is just like a quirk to like describe it. It's not like the others.
but I was hoping something could happen story wise.
Yeah.
Great timing for this.
She's casting a spell.
That's
Is
a
it
spell slot. I want it jotted down that she used a spell slot.
Let
Well-
me go ahead before we do anything else. Let me go in.
And why don't you
Because with
tell us what level spell slot it was too, just for posterity's sake.
Just one
Well, no,
raise.
don't yet, because depending on what happens with this nat 1, I might do something.
You're gonna counterspell.
Yeah, I was gonna subtle spell, counter spell.
So a couple of things happen all at once. A glowing, translucent wall suddenly comes up in front of the main door, like a magical barrier rising up, blocking off the doorway. And we kind of like see the shield guardians begin kind of like maneuvering. And as she's casting the spell, Tobias, you see your shadow stretch, appearing, like kind of like rising up, red eyes kind of like glowing, and the shadow reaches out as if to grab your weapon.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna end the night.
No!
What?
No! Come
There's so
on!
much left on the table to
Oh,
get to.
jeez.
So revolution out in the streets. Strange dynamics in the ball that might lead to sheets. Thanks everybody for watching.
Holy shit.
Find out next time whether this masquerade continues in such a way that our heroes thrive among the socialites. Perhaps barely survive a night of revolution,
What's this barely?
or will they take a dive under the pressures of Iluluk? Until next time, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.